For a team to perform good in the IPL, the management should build a strong team in the auction. That's the basis of a successful IPL franchise. Through the years, we've seen some excellent buys and excellent results, dream come true stories, and some stories which are better left untold. In today's video, we're going to see few of the worst buys in IPL. This is WCA. Cue the intro.
We've never got the name by the barest of margins.
Kohli goes down the ground. Kohli goes out of the ground.
Dhoni finishes off in style.
I do not believe what I've just seen.
After a nightmare 2022 season for the Mumbai Indians, they needed to build a strong team for the IPL 2023 edition. And with a purse amount of 48 crores, they started their auction, and one of their best buys and most probably a steal at the time was Jofra Archer, who was bought by MI for 8 crores. One of the reasons he was sold comparatively less for his skill set is because of his injury concerns, as Archer wasn't assured to play the entirety of IPL 2023, so there were some concerns surrounding the buy, but good news hit the Mumbai Indians cap when it was announced that Jofra Archer will be available for the entirety of IPL 2023. So with a pair of Jasprit Bumrah and Jofra Archer, Mumbai Indians fans and management were on cloud 9. But disaster struck when it was announced that Jasprit Bumrah has been ruled out at the start of the season, and though Jofra Archer was available, he bowled so darn bad. In the 5 matches he played, he only took 2 wickets at the economy of 9.50 along with an average of 95.00. And it just seemed to get worse for him when it was announced that Jofra Archer has been ruled out of the season after an elbow discomfort injury which required a surgery to be performed. And though Mumbai Indians qualified to the playoffs, what they lacked in their squad was a good pacer. And without Jasprit Bumrah and a out-of-form injured ruled out Jofra Archer, their campaign soon came to an end after the qualified to defeat against the Gujarat Titans. During the 14th edition of IPL, Kings level Punjab completely revamped their entire franchise. From their iconic red and silver jersey, they changed it to red and gold, and also changed their name from Kings level Punjab to Punjab Kings. It seemed to be the start of a new era for Punjab, as they hadn't qualified for the playoffs for 6 consecutive seasons. One of the key players to Punjab during the 2021 season was Nicholas Pooran. Having his breakout IPL season in 2020, scoring 353 runs with an average of 35.20 and an impressive strike rate of 170, there were huge expectations for him during the IPL 2021 season. But unfortunately, Pooran had one of the worst IPL seasons for a batsman imaginable. One of the reasons they were not able to qualify was because of their middle order. KL Rahul, Mayank Agarwal and Chris Gayle as the top 3 was strong. But though Chris Gayle didn't play much, their middle order still consisted of names like Aiden Markram, Nicholas Pooran and Deepak Hooda. But Pooran was the one who was supposed to take charge, but he failed miserably. Scoring only 85 runs in 12 innings at an average of 7.72 and a strike rate of 111, that is just insane coming from a player of a caliber of Nicholas Pooran. And fair enough, he was shortly released from Punjab Kings the following season on. And just for you to visualize how poor Nicholas Pooran's 2021 was, he wasn't able to score 4 runs in 6 balls against an uncapped Indian pacer. That's how bad Nicholas Pooran's 2021 was. During the 2020 IPL auction, one of the biggest names to participate in that year was Glenn Maxwell. After not being part of IPL in 2019, Maxwell registered his name in the 2020 edition. And after a fierce bidding war between DC and Kings level, at the end, Kings level Punjab acquired Maxwell for 10.75 crores, the highest paid player for IPL 2020. It was a homecoming for him, and with players such as KL Rahul, Mayank Agarwal, Chris Gayle, Nicholas Pooran and Glenn Maxwell, Kings level Punjab was one of the strongest teams on the sheet. But the same story that happened in 2021 happens yet again. The top order fired and the middle order crumbled. Maxwell's 2020 was so bad that in the 13 games he played, he only scored 108 runs with an average of 15.42 and a strike rate of just 101. And the main highlight being he scored absolutely no sixes. All the games he played, Maxwell wasn't able to hit a single six. A player who is known for his six-hitting abilities wasn't able to clutch one. That's how bad Maxwell's 2020 was, and it goes without saying, this is one of the worst buys in IPL history. During the 2023 IPL auction, one of the biggest names to register was Harry Brook. Though only being 24 years of age, with his performance in international, Brook was definitely a name to watch out for in IPL 2023. And SRH acquired Brook for a staggering 13.25 crores, and SRH were delighted to get him. But during the IPL season, Harry Brook failed horribly, scoring only 190 runs at a strike rate of 123 with an average of 21. And he also scored a century in his innings, so if we exclude that one innings, he has only scored 90 runs in 10 matches with an average of 9 and a strike rate of 105. The worst part is Sunrisers Hyderabad had a player like Glenn Phillips in the bench. They could have easily hit the switch and replaced Harry Brook with Glenn Phillips, but by the time they did it, it was already too late for SRH as they finished bottom of the table in IPL 2023 and Harry Brook was never seen again in IPL. Before we get to the last one, I'd like to mention a not so honorable mention. It's Ben Stokes for CSK in 2023. After a fierce bidding war between Sunrisers Hyderabad and Chennai Super Kings, the Super Kings bought Stokes for 16.25 crores, the highest paid player CSK has ever got in an IPL auction. And it did seem to be worth it as Ben Stokes just won England their second T20 World Cup a few months back. But as the season started, Stokes would be benched just after 2 matches because of his toe injury. But though Stokes recovered from it, CSK's team composition was already set. They haven't made any sort of changes to their playing level, and bringing in Stokes would just disrupt the playing level rather than bringing stability to it. And it doesn't help that Stokes would be leaving to England before the start of the playoffs. So it wasn't really in the hands of Stokes, who didn't really get that much chance to prove himself or perform. It just fate, and that's why it is an honorable mention. After not qualifying to the playoffs for the first time in their history in 2020, CSK had to make sure they used the 2021 auction to their best. And CSK desperately needed a right-arm off-spinner, and the name that struck out the most was Krishna Gautham, who had a great last couple of seasons in IPL, and CSK created history by buying Krishna Gautham for 9.25 crores, making him the highest paid uncapped IPL player of all time during 2021 and second only to Avesh Khan. And you would think that CSK would consider him, but where do you even fit Krishna Gautham in this lineup? Without a doubt, he was only there if a player was injured, and the worst part is, he may have just costed CSK their number 1 spot in IPL points table. So during the 50th match of IPL 2021, CSK faced DC, and after arguably poor batting performances, CSK posted only 136 for 5 at the end of their 20 overs. In reply, DC had a great start, but with wickets falling consecutively, at the end DC needed 33 runs of the last 4 overs with 5 wickets down, and only Hetmeyer was the hitter. And during the third ball of the 18th over, Hetmeyer miscues it and it goes straight towards long on, and the fielder drops a plum. And it goes for a 4 while he just stands there and contemplates life. And who is the fielder, you may ask? It was, of course, Krishna Gautham. Hetmeyer would later go on to finish the match, and though there isn't much of a difference in finishing 1 or 2 in IPL, finishing first would have been stat-worthy to CSK to say the least. So in hindsight, Krishna Gautham got a trip to Dubai, created history by becoming the first ever costliest uncapped player, costed CSK their first spot, won an IPL and got 9.25 crores. That is just crazy. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you haven't joined my Discord, please do join, link in the comments and description below. Thank you so much for watching again, and this is WCA. See ya.